Okay. Good morning to all my word family out there, to all my word followers. Not calling y'all followers because you your own leaders in your own concept. This is none other than your boy, aka host of the Word Show. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what to do. Go to that www.youtube.com. Hit that comment, like, subscribe, and share. Every topic we talk about, every scenario we talk about, keep this page up. Today, I got a few scenarios I want to talk to my public and my people about, man. I want to talk about Juneteenth, which we already know what that really is. I want to talk about Black Friday, which we already know what that is. And I want to talk about the travesties. No more doom and gloom. Yeah, we report that. But that gets old. Alright? I want to talk about the real. We're gonna keep it 100 on this show. Sorry, I smoked Blackie Mouse and I drank my Marlowe, which y'all already know. Give me a shot. Hold on. Cheers. Uh-huh. Second and third, first and foremost, I want to give shots to Friendlies. Friendlies is a family-oriented restaurant. Bring your family down. We serve Sundays. We serve shakes. We serve milkshakes. We serve hamburgers, cheeseburgers, steaks, all that, you name it. To that, this, and the third, baby. Now, as I was saying, I was watching what was going on. ABC Live, baby. Necessities for women, for children. You hear me? And our president, the fact that he lies, man. Why lie to get a vote? And when you get up in there, you lie to cover up another lie, and then you cover up another lie, and it doesn't work. You're defeating the polls, man. And when you vice versa, the polls are defeating you because you're not backing up what you're saying and what you're honoring. Like I said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Just saying. Anyway, women, right? Women are the necessity of the commonwealth. And I know you're like, what is he saying? Women are the necessity of commonwealth. Because think about it. Without women, life couldn't sustain itself. Life would slow you and gradually fade out, right? It would. It would slowly, foldively, if that is a word, fade out. Because without women, none of us would be here. You feel me? I mean, this some real thing, man. Sorry, I smoke blacks, man. You know what I'm saying? In my videos, it helps me calm myself. It helps me keep my narrative in line. And it helps me sustain my content, even though it's a vice, it's a mechanism. Just like my wine. I drink Cabernet. It helps me sustain myself. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Everybody know what's going on. They said we can't change it. Everybody know one company owns 20 companies. There's three companies. I'm gonna give you three. It's three companies. Mars, Shell, Exxon. I'm just giving you three. Each of them companies owns smaller 50 companies, right? Petroleum, ethanol, gas, oil, candy bars, Skittles, gummy bears, Yoo-hoos. Look at what's really going on in our community, in our life to sustain us as human beings, to live and to populate where we live at. It's all about a money and a power system. No matter what the diaphragm is, it's always a money and power system. One entity has to control the entity, has to lead and direct the other two entities because it's a godlike complex. When we gonna learn that we are leaders ourselves? And when I say when we gonna learn that we're leaders about ourselves, I was looking at this column last night about 2 or 3 o'clock this morning. This is what we do. This is what bloggers do. We at it every hour, every night, every morning of the day. before the sun go up and the sun go down. And as we say in the South, when you hear the roosters crow, it's time for you to come up. It's time for you to wake up, do your daily chores, do your daily do. You hear me? And what I've learned is that the big man can't do nothing without the little man. And I'm not saying we little just to be as in the size and the fraction. We little far as its economics and resources. Because you know the big man has a godlike complex. They mess with eugenics. They perform tasks as in developing vaccines. They even have the power to manipulate and genetically create and restructure your chromosomes. If any of you people know something about that, mhm, if any of you people know something about that, I really want to take it the long way. I really do. Because let me tell you something. The other fraction have a godlike complex. That's how they stay in power. By genetically manipulating, by consciously and subconsciously controlling, and by putting out, as they say, majesty, mirages. Majesty means as in power, majestic. You hear me? Yeah. Yeah. And on that concept, I can't understand because I really don't want to get on politics. I really don't want to get on none of that. Because to me, that's straight bullshit. Each fraction of the planet has dominion. Dominion it means a lot, but I can give you a few scenarios. Control, domination, power, manipulation, subliminal prefix, subliminal messaging. Y'all so eager to get into this technology, like VR, like MK Ultra, what they call it? With my boy Morpheus, but they made a movie out of it called Scary Stories, and my boy Eddie Griffin played Morpheus, but he said when Queen Latifah came in, she played the Oracle, and they said, "What is your name?" They call me Orpheus. They call me Orpheus, not Morpheus, but Orpheus. If you know what Morpheus means transformation. Morpheus means a lot. Transgenics, newgenics, new creation. Yay! This is country, man. Y'all didn't think that I was on that level. But that's okay. To all my unique listeners, I thank you. To all my unique followers, I appreciate you. Thank you. Because what you do, keep this page up. You heard me? Even though I'm a countryman, my production staff is my oldest daughter, my wife, but she don't like to get into it. But my younger siblings, my younger siblings and my younger children, they want to get on in here and do a mukbang, but I can't eat all that, man, because I got a small stomach. I eat 4 or 5 bites, and I'm good for the next morning, next night on to yonder. You heard me? Yeah, I'm a countryman, even though I was born in New Jersey, baby. We represent Biloxi, Mississippi, D'Iberville, and New Orleans. But let me tell you something. Y'all talk about us Southern folk like we slow-minded, like we slow into intellect. But I'm a countryman, you heard me? And I'm from New Jersey. Born and raised Trenton, Walnut, Mama Street, Wilbur section. But this is what we do. So all you people out there listening to that Western media, and that Western media means it covers the Pacific, the Gulf, into this outlandish line. Outlandish line means that some of y'all will follow anything. Like my boy Rip Daniels said down south. If y'all don't know what road to get you, then any road to take you home. Steve Harvey said the same thing. I'm just looking at all the travesties that's going on. Teachers carrying guns in Columbus, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. Not Toledo, excuse me, Toledo, Ohio. Since when do you know from 60s to 50s to 70s that teachers have to carry armaments to teach people? Right? When do you know that children from the age on after they're born now, 9 months to a year to 2 to 3 years run out of Enfamil and Similac? Since when do you know women who have their monthly cycle, which men was normally embarrassed to go to the stores to pick up women items for their daughters and their wives, even their grandmothers, because some elderly women have their womanly cycle to they 60 or 70. That's a blessing, because back in that era, we was allowed to live 150, 175, 102, 103, 10. Yay! Yay! But when we know that the supernatural entity have his minions, that's what they're afraid of. I'm gonna keep this 100. I'm going off the books today, baby. I'm not scripting nothing. I'm speaking how it is, and for people who have a mind to understand what I'm saying, you'll get what I'm saying. And for those who don't, you're a damn sheep or you still sleep. And I'm gonna say that again. You a damn sheep or you still sleep. And that means you still sleep. You want to go by the norm and keep going by how everyday society lives. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, and this is real. I don't like. Excuse me. This ain't no blunt. This ain't no joint. This is a black. I don't do drugs. I drank my Marlo, but I don't do no drugs. But I'm gonna keep this 100 with you. My family, they had some issues. You heard me? Some serious coping mechanism issues. I was diagnosed as mentally retardation, dyslexic. I'm gonna get into all that, not trying to really make it long. Excuse me. Dyslexic means that you're either a slow learner, as they say, or you see things reverse, which is backwards, as they say. But let me tell you something. I'm dyslexic. I read backwards and I read forwards. I think fast and I'm agile on my feet, as far as with my mind. But I'm not good at reading people's dialect. I'm not good at whether they're trustworthy or whether they're behooving me. Behooving me. But I'm going to tell you something. When I look at society and I have to fear about my children going to school, whether one of my children going to catch a bullet because of who they are or they in school. And now they basically saying school is the wrong place at the wrong time. And when my society, as in the government that's for the people, by the people, is robbing the people. And we believe in the con artists. As I said, if you want to come up in the world, become a politician, become a minister, become a pimp, or become a police officer. I'm done trying to say all police officers are good. All the motherfuckers are pieces of shit. Politicians are pieces of shit. Ministers are pieces of shit. Oh, God said this. You're a piece of shit. Real talk. All ministers, whether you Methodist, Catholic, Buddhist, whatever, you're a piece of shit. Politicians as well. My fight is against the ministers because you playing with the house of worship. And the house of worship is not a building. It's not a foundation of mortar and stone that you need to build. All you ministers are pieces of shit. And this is not for children's ears. All you politicians are ministers. So if you want to be an elect official and you want to run for Congress and become a political figure, become a minister. You're better off going to church and asking them for a collection. That's what politicians do. Straight up. That's what politicians do. That's what police officers do when they lock up the criminals. And police officers are more criminal than the criminals they locking up. But if you want to become that, become those four. Because the Most High said, even when Samson, if there is a such figure of that character, and I say that character because Delilah was a seductress, a seducess, if there is a word. A Delilah, is what you call a succubus. A succubus greeds and breathes their energy off a human will. Sexually, mentally, spiritually, and sometimes physically. When a minister go and say, well, I need to perform an exorcism. Exercise yourself. Exercise yourself from the earthly pleasures. Because you know why? No human being on the face of the earth that been here for 5 millennium. Not centuries, not hundreds. Because centuries is hundreds. Millenniums is thousands. If y'all knew y'all history, y'all say it's 2022. How, when we missing so many thousands of years, so many hundreds of thousands of years? It's not the year 2022, but I'm not going to get into all that because y'all so sophisticated and smart, so I'm not going to do all that. This video going to be long today, y'all. They say it's the year 2022. How? If I were to go back and calculate by my encounters, we missing almost 700 years. Yeah. We missing almost 700 years. So how can it be the year 2022? But y'all are going by Mayan astrology. Y'all are literally actually going by astrology because y'all believe in Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, which is Greek mythology, bro. And to my knowledge, that I know, the oldest languages and the first languages that I've learned and discovered is Latin. Well, no, I'm going to retalk that statement. Hebrew, Greek, Latin, Aramaic. We're talking about ancient dialects. We're not talking about modern term as in century term like Russian, German, Israelite, Episcopalian, Catholic, Methodist, Buddhist, Christian. That all derived from one dialect. And from all those dialects, modern man derived their ideology and understanding from that. Yeah. Screw your Bibles. Screw your Shakespeare books. All that. Because mankind through history was doctrine and leaded to write that. But they call people like me a conspiracy nut, a conspiracy theorist. I would rather be that. Dave Chappelle said something one time. When people call you crazy, they pink on what is crazy and what is not in those words, form, or fashion. And when you understand the concept of morality and understanding, they want to call you crazy in his words. Well, no, in my words, but you know. So I want to leave you food for thought, you sheep. Like 75% fraction of you sheep. When you ask questions on like, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why are you not doing your homework? Why are you so stuck involved with the multiverse? Even some of my children are involved with the multiverse. You understand? Then when it drops down on you and it's right in front of you, you be like, how did I not know? Why didn't I realize of what was going on? Because you've been leading a blind truth. You've been living a blind truth. I'm gonna leave you with this scenario, man. And this is real talk, real deal Holyfield. And I ain't biting off no ears, you know what I'm saying? First of all, one more time before I end this. Shouts out to Friendlies. Come to it. Family oriented restaurant. 254 West Trenton, Marsville Avenue. Right in front of Giants, baby. Left side of AutoZone. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what it is. Come to that www.youtube.com and scare, baby. AKA none other than your host of the Word Show, Countryman. And I'm out, baby. Peace.